Hello everyone, welcome back to the lecture. In previous lecture, you have mastered the individual concepts. But real programming is about bringing everything together. In this next section, we are going to tackle mega challenges. This problem will force us to combine loops, lists, dictionaries, and conditionals all at the same time. Let's level up. Our very first question is check if a number is prime number or not. So let's solve the question. Okay, our first question is check if a number is a prime number or not. Prime numbers. A prime number is only divisible by 1 and itself. To check this, we use a for loop to try dividing our numbers by every number from 2 up to the number itself. If we find any division with the remainder of 0, then it is not a prime. Okay, and then we break the loop. Okay, so let's solve the question. First we will take a variable num is equal to, and we will take a user input of int data type. We write here int, then input, then enter a number to check. Okay, now we will take another variable each prime. We initialize it to true. Okay, now we will check if num is less than is equal to 1. Okay, then each prime will be false. Make sure to write true or false first letter in capital. Okay, now we will write here else part else. Now we write rest of if num is greater than 1, then else part will be executed. Okay, so for I in range from 2, we start from 2. Okay, now and up to the number which user give. Okay, now then we write here if num modulus I double is equal to 0, then each prime is equal to false, and we will break the loop. Okay, why we break the loop? Because we found a divisor, then we stop checking. Okay, now we lastly check here if each prime. Okay, this condition will execute only if each prime will be true. Okay, if each prime will be true, then this if part will be executed, otherwise the else part will be executed. Okay, print num is a prime. Num is a prime. Else print num. Okay, make sure you don't enclose the variable. num is not a prime number. Okay, so we have done the question, guys. So here first we have taken a variable num, and in variable num we have taken user input of in data type. So that's why we write here in and then input, and then we write here enter a number to check. Okay, and then we take another variable each prime and we initialize it to true. Okay, and then we check if number is less than is equal to 1. If number is less than is equal to 1, then each prime will be false, because if number is less than is equal to 1, then definitely it will not a prime number. Okay, okay, and if this condition will become false, okay, means number will be greater than 1, then else part will be executed. Okay, if this condition will become false, means number is greater than is equal to 1, then else part will be executed, and in else part it will check for I in range from 2. It starts from 2. Why? Because we have already checked, if a number is less than is equal to 1, then it will definitely not prime. Okay, so it starts from 2 and goes up to num, up to that number. Okay, because prime number, mm, the number prime number is also divisible by itself. Okay, so that's why num is not included, because in Python last ending index or ending range is not included. Okay, so it will go up to num minus 1. Okay, so now it check if num modulus I double is equal to 0, means if num percent, it will goes up to the range from 2 to and num minus 1. Okay, and if it it will is equal to double is equal to 0, then each prime double is equal to false. Okay, because if num divisible by any number between 2 to num minus 1, then definitely it will not prime, because prime number is only divisible by 1 and itself. Okay, now so if we find here that the number is divisible by any number between the range 2 to the that number, then it will become each prime will become false, and the loop will break. Okay, now lastly it will check here if each prime is equal to true. If yes, each prime is equal to true, then it will print num is a prime number, and else num is not a prime number. Okay, so let's run the code. So for example, we will give you 1. So you will see here 1 is not a prime number. Okay, now we'll give here another number. Now we will give here 2. So you will check here 2 is a prime number. Okay, now we will give here 3 and check whether 3 is prime number or not. Now you can see here 3 is a prime number. Okay, so we check here whether 4 is prime or not. Now you can see here 4 is not a prime number, because 4 is divisible by 2. Okay, now we check here 5. Okay, you can see here 5 is a prime number, because 5 is not divisible by any number between 2 to 4. Okay, now we will give here 6. Now you can see here 6 is also not prime, because 6 is divisible by 2 and 3. Now we will check here 7. Then you can see here 7 is a prime number. Absolutely correct. Now we give your last check. whether 17 is a prime. Okay, 17 is a prime number. Okay, so this is all about checking whether a number is a prime number or not. So this is very simple question, guys. So let's move to the next question. So our next question is the interactive calculator. Okay, so our question is build build a simple calculator that runs until the user types quit. Okay, so we need to build a simple calculator that runs until the user types quit. Okay, so let's build a real usable calculator. So we want it to keep asking the user for maths problem. Okay, until they type the word quit. So to do this, we will use an infinite while loop combined with if, elif, and else. Okay, statement to figure out if they want to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. So let's write the code here. First, you pause the video and think of it. Then you came in the solution part. Okay, first you try yourself. Okay, first you try solving questions yourself. First, we write here simple Python calculator. Simple Python calculator. Okay. Then in next line we will write here print type quit at any time to exit. Type quit anytime to exit. Okay. Make sure you write this statement in double quote and this quit in single quote because if we write quit in double quote, then Python will get confused whether this will print or this will print because then it will give an error. Okay. So now we write here while true. Okay. While true is an infinite while loop. Okay. So then we write here choice is equal to input, okay, new line character. This backslash n is a new line character. Okay. We use it for new line. Then we write here enter operation enter operation whether you want plus minus multiplication or division. Okay. or you want to quit. Mhm. Now we simply check with if choice double is equal to quit. Okay. If choice double is equal to quit, first we will close this in parenthesis. This is not mandatory, guys, to include this in parenthesis, but we will include this. Now we write here print calculate calculator closed. Okay, and then goodbye. 9 we will break. Okay, this break statement will stop our infinite loop. If user will give, if user will enter quit, then this loop will be break with the break statement. Okay, this stops our infinite loops. Okay, so and if user will enter if choice, then let's take a list of operations. Okay. User will enter plus or minus, okay, or multiplication or division. Then we take here num1 is equal to float input enter first number. Okay. Float is used to take floating number from user. Okay. And we take another variable num2 and that time all this time also we will take float and to second. Okay, then we will check if choice, close this in parenthesis. Okay, if choice double is equal to plus, then we simply write here print result num1 plus num2. Okay, simply leave choice double is equal to minus and print result num1 minus num2, and one more, alif choice double is equal to multiplication. Okay, this asterisk sign is used for multiplication in programming. Then we write here print result. Num1 multiply num2, and we write one more time alif choice double is equal to 5. Print result. Num1 divided by num2. Okay. But if we do like this, then let's think of it. If user will enter num2 at 0, then it gives an 0 division error. Okay, because it is also a possible value. Okay, so we do here. Okay, we simply write here one more condition. If num2 double is equal to 0, then you will print error, cannot divide by 0. Okay, and if else you will print the division. Okay. If num1 and num2, if num2 is not is equal to 0, okay, then else part will be executed and the result will be printed. Okay, and lastly, if this condition will not met, then we write here else print invalid input. Please try again. Okay, invalid input. Please try again. Okay, so let's try again. Okay, now we will check here. Okay, our program is complete. So here we will see here. First we write a print statement, and then we write a simple Python calculator. Okay, in first line, and then we write here type quit at any time to exit. Okay, to show users and they have choice to quit. Okay, now we have taken here infinite while loop, which while while true is infinite while loop. Then we have taken here choice inside infinite while loop. Okay, and we have given here input enter operations or quit. Okay, now these these are the conditions. If user choice is quit, then it will break the loop, and if use or enter these between these operators, then these conditions will be true. And if user will not write quit, and also the choice, okay, and also the choice is not plus minus asterisk and divide. Asterisk is used for multiplication. Okay, if choice is not these four, then the else part will be executed, and in else part it is written here invalid input. Okay, please try. Okay, if num invalid input, please try again. Okay. So now you can see here, we will first save the file and run the code. So we simply take here enter operations plus minus multiply plus minus multiply and divide or quit. Okay, so now we write here plus minus. So if we write here plus operator, okay, plus operator, then and then we write here first number as 15 and second number as, let's give 15. Okay, then you will see here the result is 30. Okay, and one more times this operator will be shown here. Okay, it will shown here the up to up to we will write here quit. Okay, so now we will do minus and we write here 12 and we enter and then 10. Okay, then you can see here 12 minus 10 is equal to 2. Okay, 12 minus 10 is equal to 2, and you will see here it will show one more times operator. It will show up to which to the up to we will not write here quit. Okay, now we will write here multiply. Okay, now we will multiply 10 and we will give a second input as 5. Then you will see here 10 multiplied by 5 is equal to 50. 50.0. Okay. Why it is shown here 50.0? Why not 50? Because we have taken here float. That's why it is by default it is showing here 50.0. Okay. Now we will check here whether divisible division operator is work or not. So now we will give here input 20 as first number and 10 as second. Then you can see here 20 divided by 10 is equal to 2. Okay. Now, okay, if we want to do plus operator one more times, okay, then we will simply write here plus and we will give here number like 25 and another number is 20. Then you will see here 25 plus 20 is 45.0. Now, now we want to quit. Okay, so we simply write here QUIT. Okay, and we now we press here enter. Now you can see here calculator closed. Goodbye. Okay, so this is how we have made a simple Python calculator. Okay, with the help of Python program. So that's it. So this is very simple, guys. So now now we will practice another question. We write here count how many times each word appears. Count how many times each word appears in a sentence. Okay. Count how many times each word appears in a sentence. Earlier we counted how many times later appeared in a single word. Now let's analyze an entire sentence. We will use the string split function, okay, to break the sentence into a list of words. Then we will use a for loop to build a dictionary, okay, that count how many times each word appears. Now let's do the code, guys. Okay, so first we will take a variable sentence is equal to, for example, let's give here Python age 1 and Python is easy to learn. Okay, Python is fun and Python is easy to learn. Then we write here words list is equal to sentence dot split, and then we write here word count is equal to, now we will take here dictionary, an empty dictionary. Okay, so basically we will write here mm, curly braces, and curly braces are used to write empty dictionary. Okay, if we haven't write any value key value pair here, now we will check here for word in word list. If word in word count, if word in word count word plus is equal to 1. Now we write here else word count word is equal to 1. Okay, now we write here print word frequency word frequency is mm, for key comma value in a word items. Okay, print key comma values. Okay, so mm, you can see here guys, first we have taken here a variable sentence and we have given here a sentence, Python is fun and Python is easy to learn, for example. Okay, now we have taken here word list variable, and then we have taken here sentence dot split. Okay, and here split function will break the string at every space and make a list. Okay, and store that list in the variable word list. Okay, then we have taken here an empty dictionary which whose name is word count. Okay, then we have taken here a for loop for word in word list. Okay, for word in word list. Okay, we have written here wrong guys. It is not word list, it is words list. That words for word in words list. Then will check here if word in word count. Okay, if word is already present in word count, then word count will we will increment the value of that word. Okay, and if it is not present in word count dictionary, then we will update. Okay, update and give key as word and value as 1. Okay, and then after the loop end we simply write here print word frequencies for key value in word count. For it will iterate key and value both. Okay, in word count dot items. Okay, items function will give here key value pair. Okay, in dictionary, then it will write here print key and then colon and value. Okay, so we will now save the file and run the code. Now you can see here Python word frequency we have printed here word frequency, that's why. And you will see here all words frequency. Okay, now Python frequency is only 1. Okay, why it is so near 1 but here Python is 2 times and it is so near only 1? When you will see it in sentence, then you will see in first this word Python, here P is in uppercase and here P is in lowercase. And as I already told that Python will treat both uppercase and lowercase differently. Okay, that's why here Python frequency is 1 and here small p Python frequency is 1. Okay, so to change this we write here p as uppercase. Okay, now we will save the file and run the code. Now you will see here Python frequency is 2. Okay, because both are in uppercase. Okay, both are identical. And you will see here each frequency is 2. One is here and one is here. And fun frequency is 1. Fun is only 1 times. And simply add eg to learn all are 1 time. Okay, that's it for this question, guys. Now moving towards next question. So in this question we will separating even and odd. Okay, now take a list of numbers and separate them into two new list. To new list. Okay. Events and odds. Okay. Take a list of numbers and separate them into two new list. Okay. Events. One is for events and another one is for odds. Okay. Here is a great data sorting exercise. So we have one massive list of numbers. So first we will take a massive list of numbers. Okay. So first we will take your master list. For example, we will take it 12, 35, 9. Take your any random value. Okay. 56, 24, 77, 90. Okay. Now take one more value 11. Okay. So we have one massive list of numbers. Okay. So we want to create two empty list, one for events and one for odds. So, and we will traverse the main list using a for loop. Okay. Now check the numbers with the modulus operator. As I told you, modulus operator is simply the percentage sign. Okay. And then we will append it to the correct list. Okay. If it is even, then we will append it to the events list. And if the number is odd, then we will simply append it to the odd list. Okay. So let's do code, guys. Now we will take here an empty list which is for even and one empty list for odd. Even list, odd list for num in master list for num in master list. If now we'll use conditionals to check whether it is even or odd. Okay. Now num modulus 2 double is equal to 0. Okay. If it is divisible by 2 completely, then it must be a even number. Okay. So we will append it to the events list. Even list. Okay, remove the s from even list dot append. And if it is not even, that absolutely this is odd. Okay. So we will write here simply odd list dot append. Now, okay. And finally, we will print here original list. List name is original list name is master list. And then we will write here print even number even list and odd list. Okay. Odd numbers even list and odd list. Okay, that's it, guys. So firstly we have taken here a master list Then we have taken here even list and empty list and an empty list for odd list. Okay. Then we have taken here for num in master list. Okay. It will iterate from each element of list and check if a statement will check whether it is completely divisible by 2 or not. Okay. With this percentage sign, its name is modulus operator. It is used to check whether the number is completely divisible by. Okay, we have taken here 2. So the num is completely divisible by 2 or not. Okay, so if num is completely divisible by 2, it will check first, it will iterate from each element. For example, first 12 will come and it will check here whether 12 will completely divisible by 2 or not. If yes, then it goes to even list. Okay, it append to even list. And if, for example, if 13 will come, then it absolutely, if a statement will become false and else will execute. So else odd list dot append num, for example, num is 35. Okay, so 35 will append in odd list. Then after iterating all elements, then the compiler will come here and print original list, then print all the list here, master list, and then it will print even numbers and print all even list. Okay, even list of number. That time even list is not empty, and then or it will print odd numbers and odd list. Okay, so let's save the file and run the code. So you can see here, guys, our original list is 12, 35, 9, 56, 24, 75, 90, and 11. This list, original list. Now our even list is 12, 56, 24, and 90. Okay, 12, 56, 24, and 90. And the rest of the element are even numbers. So these elements are come inside odd number list. Okay, so rest of the number are odd numbers. So these are appended in odd number list. Okay, 35, 9, 77, and 11. Okay, so that's it for this question, guys. So moving towards next question. Okay, now we will do here the star pyramid. Okay, star pyramid question. So our question is print right right angle triangle pattern using stars. So pattern printing is a famous way to test if you truly understand loops. Okay, so we want to print a triangle of stars. Okay, in line 1 hedge, for example, let's take a star like this. Okay, okay, so let's take line 1 has 1 star and line 2 has 2 star, line 3 has 3 star, and line 4 has 4 star. Okay, and way up to 5. Okay, 5 star. Okay, that's it, guys. We want to print this right angle pattern using star. Okay. So we will use here nested loops, which means putting a for loop inside another for loop. Okay. So let's see this in code. So first you count here the number of rows. Okay. So one, two, three, four, five. Okay. Rows are five. So we will simply take here rows is equal to 5. Okay. Okay. Now we will take here a loop. Okay. For I in range to start from 1 and goes up to rows plus 1. Okay. The outer loop handles the line from 1 to 5. Okay. And then we will take a inner loop for j in range and we simply write here I. Okay. Basically, the inner loop will handles how many stars print on the line. Okay. Now we will take here print star. Okay. Print star and make sure to write here and is equal to 4 and space. Okay. Because in Python the endline character, the by default endline character is backslash n, means new line. Okay. So if we print here like this, so we must have to write here and is equal to double quote and in between space to leave a space between the stars. Okay, now it is looking like more right angle triangle. Okay, hence will stop it from going to a new line. Okay, now we will write here one more print. Yes. We print an empty string just to move to the next line. Okay, as I already told you, if we will not write here end line character, then the by default end line character is new line. Okay, that is this part backslash and okay, this is by default. Okay, this is by default end line. We don't have to write this. Okay, but if we want to write here this like this, then we must have to write. Okay. Okay, okay, we will write it here in inner loop. Okay, why? Because you will see here the number of rows is 5. So the outer for loop will run 5 times. It starts from 1 and goes up to rows plus 1, that is 6. And as I told you, it will goes up to 5. Okay, because the ending value is not included in range. And the inner loop will go up to I. So first time I value is 1, then second time I value is 2. So it will go two times, so it will print 2 star. And third time I value is 3, so it will print 1 star, and then a space, and then second star, and then a space, and then print one more star. Okay, and then the compiler goes to this line. Okay, so this will print a new line. Okay, and go, and the compiler goes to the new line. Okay, here, and then it the I value will become 4. Okay, then it will print here 4 star, and then it will go up to, it will go to new line. Okay, by this. So the compiler will come here, and then it will, the I value will become 5, and then it will print 5 stars. Okay, and then it will print a new line, and the program will end. Okay, so we first check the program. All right, so we save the file and run the code. Okay, you will see here our right angle triangle is same as this. So this is a very famous pattern using star. Okay. So basically the outer loop will handle the number of rows, rows, and the inner loop will handle the number of column inside each row. Okay. So first row have only one column, second row has two column, third row has three column, fourth row has four column, and fifth row has fifth column. Okay. So this is how I and J will interact and make a right angle triangle. Okay. Now we will do here one more question. Okay, so our fifth question is, so our sixth question is anagram checker. Okay, so we will write here first question, check if two strings, check if two strings are anagram. Sample or listen and silent. Check if two strings are anagrams. Example, listen and silent. Okay. So two words are anagram if they use the exact same letter, okay, in different order, like listen and silent. How do we check this in Python? It's shockingly easy. So if we sort the character in both strings, they should match perfectly. Okay. Then we will simply check with conditionals whether these two words are same or not. Okay. After sorting. For your convenience, you will sort these two words in ascending or in descending. Okay, it's depend on you. So first we will take here word one from users. So we write here an input, enter first word. and we will simply lower use lower function. Then what 2 is equal to input and the second pole dot lower. Okay. Then you think why we use here dot lower function. And for example, as I already told you, Python will treat both uppercase and lowercase as differently. So if, for example, if here listen L each uppercase and here silent sh uppercase, okay, then if we sort these two, then in these two words in ascending order, then also if we check here with conditionals whether these two are equal or not, then Python will give here false. Why? Because here s is in lowercase and here s is in uppercase. Simply here L is in uppercase and here L is in lowercase. So Python will treat both these two words differently. Okay. So that's why we will first convert these two words from if user will enter in any letter in uppercase, then we will convert those words to lowercase. Okay. So we will check here whether these two words are equal, and then we write here if we simply convert string to list and sort them and then compare. Okay, so we write here sorted word one double is equal to sorted word two. Okay, we close this in parenthesis, colon, and then write print yes if this word one double is equal to word two, if both words are equal. Okay, then we simply write here yes they are anagram. And if it is not equal, okay, then we simply write here else, and then we write here print no, they are not equal, they are not, okay, equal, okay, they are not anagram. Okay, this is simple question, guys. So we have taken here word one from the user and we have converted the uppercase. If user will enter any letter in uppercase, then it will convert it back to the lowercase with lower function, and same as word two. Okay, then we will simply use conditionals. If sorted word one double is equal to sorted word two, basically sorted function will convert word one in ascending order. Okay, so it will convert word one also in ascending order, and sorted we write here sorted word two, then it will convert word two also in ascending order. So both word will equal. Okay, if both word will equal, then we simply write here yes they are anagrams, and if not equal, then we will write here print no they are not anagrams. Okay, so let's check the file, save the file, okay, and run the code. So for example, we will take here example of listen and silence. So we write here first word as listen, listen, and second word as silent. Then you can see here, yes, they are anagrams, okay, because both have same letters. You will see here LISTN. With this word we will also make, listen, LISTEN. Okay. Both have same letter, both word have same letters. Okay, now if we take here, listen, L in uppercase, and silent S in uppercase. Okay, as you can see here, we have taken here L as uppercase and S in uppercase. Then also it will give here, yes, they are anagrams because we have used here lower function. Okay, and if we will not use here lower function, for example, see here, save the file, and now we will run the code. And now we will give here listen, and second word is silent. Then you can see here, no, they are not anagrams. It Python shows they are not anagrams. Why? Because this the word are in uppercase. Okay, first letter, and here the first letter L is in uppercase. That's why these two words are not same. That's why it is not anagram. For this problem, we will write here lower. We use lower function. Okay? So now if we write here, listen here L in uppercase and silent. Here S is in uppercase, then it will show here, yes, they are anagrams because Python will convert these words in lowercase, okay, with the help of lower function. Okay, okay, guys, that's it for this question, guys. Now moving towards next question. Okay, our next question is to reverse a number. Okay, now first write we will write here question, reverse an integer. Let's give an example. Okay, reverse an integer. Okay, using while. Okay, reverse an integer using a while loop. So in Python, we could easily convert the number to a string and slice it backward. But in coding interviews, they want to see the math logic. Okay, to reverse a number, we use a while loop, grab the last digit using the modulus uh, percent 10, percent symbol and 10. Okay, and remove the last digit using the floor division. Floor division is this symbol. Okay, and let's, okay, so let's build it. So first we will take here a variable num and user input of int data type. So we will write here int function and input. Inside input we will write here enter a number to reverse, enter a number to reverse. Okay, now we will take here, reverse. No, okay, we will take another variable reverse num and initializes it to 0, and then we will write here while, because in question it is explicitly written that we have to use while. That's why we will use here while. Give your condition while num is greater than 0. Okay, then grab the last digit. So last digit is equal to with num modulus 10. Okay, num modulus 10 will gives us last digit. Okay, for example, if 1 2 3 1 2 3 modulus 10 will gives us 3. Okay, last digit 1 2 3 1 2 3 modulus 10 is equal to 3. Okay, it will give modulus operator will give last digit. Okay, because 1 2 3 divided by 10 gives us remainder as 3. Okay, now we will shift the current reverse number left and add the new digit. Okay, so we write here reverse num is equal to reverse num into 10 plus last digit. Okay, now we have shifted the current reverse number left and add the new digits. Okay, now we will remove the last digit from the original number with floor division. Okay, num is equal to num floor division 10. Let's give here an example. Floor division is if we divide 1 to 3 floor division 10, then it will give us 12. Okay, and then we will simply write here print reverse number is okay, reverse number is, then we will write here variable name reverse num. Okay, that's it, guys. So first we have taken here num variable and user input with in data type. Okay, and we have taken here reverse num. We have declared here a variable reverse num and initializes is to 0, and then we have taken here while loop while, and we have given here condition while num is greater than 0. Okay, while num is greater than is equal to 0, uh, grab the last digit. Okay, and then we have shifted the current reverse number left and add the new number. Okay, new last digit, and then we simply remove the last digit from the original number. Okay, how we remove the last digit from the original number? For example, let's give here num 1 2 3. Okay, so it will then reverse num is equal to 0, and it will check whether 1 2 3 is greater than 0. Yes, it is true. Then it will check last digit is equal to num modulus 10. Then last digit is 3. Okay, then it will reverse the number, reverse num into 10. So reverse num, here reverse num is 0, so 0 into 10 is 0. 0 plus last digit is 3, so 0 plus 3 is 3. So here last digit is 3 and reverse num value is also 3. Okay, and then num is equal to num floor division. This symbol is for floor division 10. So for example 1 2 3, floor division 10 is equal to 12. Okay, so here num value is 12. So and num value 12 is goes one more times to check here whether 12 is greater than 0 or not. Yes, 12 is greater than 0. Then it will grab the last digit. Last digit of 12 is 2. Okay, then simply it will reverse the number. Previously reverse num is 3. Okay, so it will check it 3 into 10. 3 into 10 is equal to 30 plus last digit. This time last digit is 2. So 33, it will become 33. Okay. No, no, no. 32. It will become 32. Okay. Because this time last digit is 2. And then 12. 12 modulus 12 floor division 10 is equal to 1. So it will go one more times to here whether 1 is greater than 0. Yes. Then it will check last digit. There is only one digit 1. So 1 modulus 10 is 1. And it will check here reverse num. So this time reverse num is 32. So 32 into 10, 320. Okay, 320 plus last digit. Last digit is 1. Okay, let's check this out, guys. Okay, we have saved the file and run the code. Okay, so for example we have given a 1 2 3. So reverse number is 321. Okay, as I already told you, 320 here plus 1, 321. Okay, so reverse of 123 is 321. Okay, let's take another example here. Now take here, we want to reverse 522. Okay, so reverse of 522 is 2 to 5, 225, as you can see here. Now we want reverse of 30. So you can see here reverse of 30 is 0 3. So 0 is neglected and 3. Okay, now we will check here. We want reverse of 1125. Now you will see here 1125 reverse is 5211. Okay, 5211. We have one more input. Reverse of 4242. So you can see here reverse of 4242 is 424. Okay, so this is how we have done the reverse of an integer using a while loop. Okay, so that's it for this question, guys. And okay, so we have completed our this lecture. Okay, thanks for watching.